Hi everyone, welcome to my fantasy world. This is Shilpa Bhaskaran, founder and baker at A Girl's Fantasy. Today I'm going to show you all how to make this delicious one bowl chocolate cake recipe with simple ingredients that's available at home. Ingredients needed are on the screen. Please take a screenshot or make a note of this. Very simple recipe that you can make with things that are at home. To start off, let's oil our pan. Today I'm taking a 7-inch tin and I'm doing conjuicy here. You please make sure to apply a little extra oil and then dust some cacao powder or Maida and then brush and keep this aside. This is always going to be our first step. Now in another bowl, I'm taking a sifter. I'm adding the Maida, that's 120 grams, and then some cacao powder. I've taken Hershey's natural cacao powder. You can use Wakefield as well. Now I'm adding some salt and baking soda. So I've added both in a bowl. So I'm adding both of those. And then I'm going to now sift this. You can use a regular sifter at home. Once this is done, give it a quick mix so all of those dry ingredients are combined together. Likewise. Now to this, I'm adding sugar and then giving a quick mix again to combine all the dry ingredients. I've also taken some warm water. This is not very hot, it's just a warm water. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of coffee powder to this. This is instant coffee powder. If you don't have it, please skip it, it's optional. Coffee powder just enhances the chocolate flavor and that's why I've included it here. So I've mixed it and I've kept it aside. Now to the dry ingredients, I'm going to add the measured oil. And in another bowl, I have both vinegar and vanilla essence mixed and kept together. So I'm going to add that as well. This is the vanilla and vinegar mixture. I've used multiple bowls. This is one bowl recipe, so you can directly measure all of that in the same bowl and do this. And now I've added the water and coffee mixture and giving it a quick mix. Make sure you do not over mix this. Just mix until you don't see any dry ingredients. Now once I've mixed all the dry and wet ingredients, I'm just giving a quick cut and fold method to combine all the ingredients together. Now because I see a very minute lumps, I'm going to go over the whisk again and give it a quick mix so that I don't see any lumps in the batter. But please make sure you do not over mix this. This is such a quick recipe that comes together so easily. You can do this with simple ingredients that's available at home whenever you have chocolate craving or sweet craving. This is not a recipe that you can use for layer cake. This is just a very basic and simple cake recipe. I would call this a depression free recipe. Whenever you're depressed, you're sad, you're happy, you want to have some chocolate, you want to eat some desserts, you can make this at home. It's as simple as that. And it's going to be very moist, fudgy, and then delicious. You don't need any fancy ingredients. And while I'm adding the batter to the tin, oven has already been preheated for 180 degrees. I've done this for about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to give a tap so all the air bubbles are released. And now this is going to go into the oven. Now let's make a chocolate ganache while this is. I'm chopping Van Houten's 55% dark chocolate, couverture chocolate. You can use Amul as well and whatever is available to you. Melt this in 30 seconds break until you don't see any chocolate lumps. To the melted chocolate, I'm going to add an equal amount of Amul fresh cream. So I've taken 100 grams of chocolate. I'm going to now add 100 grams of Amul fresh cream. Please make sure to shake the Tetra Pak well so all the liquid and cream gets combined together, so you get a creamy mixture. Now give it a quick mix so you get the silky, smooth, delicious ganache that literally melts in the mouth. Like, this is heaven. Like, this is chocolate lovers heaven. Now once this is done, set this apart and then a quick check on the cake that's been baking. If you bake this cake, please tag us on Instagram at @agoldsfantasy and leave your valuable feedback on the YouTube comments as well. That would mean a lot. The cake is out of the oven now, and you know that this is fully baked when the skewer comes clean. Please don't be impatient like me. I was very conscious because this is my first YouTube video, so I was very impatient and I wanted to unmold this cake out of the tin when it was still hot. As a result, the cake broke apart and I almost gave up. Like, I know it is my mistake and I was expecting the cake to come out clean in spite of knowing that it won't when it's hot. So you see how most of the cake stuck to the tin because it's still hot. And now I tried to put this back in the tin, and then now I'm just worried and then regretting my decision, as you can see. And I almost gave up. I thought, okay, I'm not going to post this on YouTube, but why not? It's going to happen and I love to learn from my mistake, and the cake is still going to be delicious. So I transferred it to another plate. I'm not using a turntable here because it's not available at everyone's home, so I've just put it on a normal stand and then placed the cake board on that. I'm going to take out all the ganache. This is going to be a perfect ratio, so you make this, you're going to use this for this entire cake. Just spreading it on top and then sides as well. Because my cake is still hot, there are a lot of cake crumbs that's getting stuck to the palette knife. You please be patient. Give it at least 30 minutes time for the cake to rest and cool down in the tin, and then transfer it to another bowl. If possible, keep this in the fridge. But if you're impatient like me, and as I said, this is going to be a depression free cake and you're not going to give this to anyone, just apply the ganache and then get into it straight away. Right, once you have finished applying the ganache all over the cake, you're going to have a delicious chocolate cake for yourself. Okay, I'm doing this very patiently. Because I'm not using a turntable, I tried to do the swirl effect without turning the board. This is so crazy. You can do this. It's okay to give some texture to the cake, even though it's not looking very good. It's still fine, right? Because you're going to bake it for yourself and enjoy this, the taste and the feeling that you get after baking your own cake. That's what is important. I've cleaned the board. Please make sure, because if you're presenting to someone, it needs to be there. And tada, your cake is ready. I'm going to get into it. Like, we're going to cut a big slice for ourselves. And then you see this. Look at the texture. This is so moist and it's going to be so delicious. Please do try this and comment if you bake this, and then let me know how you enjoyed this. Raksha Bandhan is here, so try to make this for your brothers, right? Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments.